Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're feeling strong, energized, and ready to take on the day. But if not, don't worry, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about something that directly affects your potential, your success, and your overall well-being, your brain. Now we all know how powerful the brain is, right? It's the engine that drives everything we do. But sometimes, without even realizing it, we fall into habits that slowly weaken that engine. These habits are like silent killers, robbing you of your sharpness, focus, and energy. So today I'm going to break down the 8 brain-killing habits you need to break now. If you want to protect your greatest asset, your mind, then it's time to take a hard look at these habits and make some changes. Trust me, by the time we're done, you'll feel empowered to take back control of your mental health and unlock a whole new level of focus and clarity. Before we dive in, let me ask you a quick question. What's one habit you think might be holding you back right now? Drop it in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Your comment might just help someone else realize what they need to change too. We're all in this journey of growth together. All right, let's get into it. Here are the 8 brain-killing habits you need to break if you want to unleash your full potential. 1. Staying in the dark. Too much. Have you ever spent an entire day indoors, curtains drawn, binge watching your favorite shows, or just lounging around in the comfort of the dark? It might seem like a relaxing way to unwind, but here's the catch. Staying in the dark too long could be quietly sabotaging your brain. Our brains thrive on sunlight. It's not just something we need for warmth or vitamin D. It's essential for our mental well-being. Sunlight helps our bodies produce serotonin, that feel-good hormone that keeps us energized, focused, and in a positive mood. When we deprive ourselves of natural light, we starve our brains of the tools they need to function at their best. Over time, this leads to a slower, foggier mind, leaving us feeling drained, unfocused, and even more prone to negative emotions like sadness or anxiety. The longer we stay in the dark, the more our energy levels and mental clarity suffer. Think about the last time you stayed indoors all day. How did you feel afterward? Maybe a little sluggish, tired, or even down for no apparent reason. That's no coincidence. Science has shown that lack of exposure to natural light can disrupt our circadian rhythms, our body's internal clock, and over time, even contribute to serious conditions like depression and seasonal affective disorder, SAD. But here's the good news. Just a little bit of sunlight can go a long way in turning that around. You don't need to spend hours outside. Studies suggest that just 15-30 minutes of sunlight exposure each day can dramatically improve your mood, increase your energy, and boost your mental sharpness. It's one of those small but incredibly powerful habits that can have a major impact on your life. So challenge yourself. Make it a point to start your mornings with natural light. Open the blinds, step outside for a quick walk, or even just sit by the window with a cup of coffee while you soak in some rays. Make this a daily habit. Now ask yourself, how much sunlight do I get each day? If the answer is not enough, it's time to make a change. This simple habit could be the difference between dragging yourself through the day and showing up as the best, most energized version of yourself. Your brain will thank you for it. It's one of those small changes that lead to big results. So let the light in, both figuratively and literally. 2. Consuming too much negative news. Here's one that gets a lot of people. Consuming too much negative news. We live in a world where bad news is available 24/7. And while it's important to stay informed, constantly filling your mind with negativity takes a toll on your mental health. Fear, anxiety, and stress start to creep in. And before you know it, you're mentally drained. So here's what you need to do. Set boundaries. Limit how much time you spend watching the news or scrolling through social media. Instead, Balance it out with positive content. Read an inspiring book. Listen to uplifting podcasts. Or simply step away from the screen for a while. Protect your peace. Protect your mind. The less negativity you consume, the clearer your brain will be. 3. Barely moving throughout the day. We've all been there. You're glued to your desk, binge watching a show, or scrolling through social media, and before you know it, hours have passed. You haven't moved much at all. By the end of the day, you feel sluggish, mentally foggy, and just plain exhausted. Ever wonder why? It's not just your body that's affected when you barely move, it's your brain too. Here's the deal. Your brain and body are deeply connected. Physical movement increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and vital nutrients that help it perform at its best. When you stay stationary for too long, your brain misses out on that boost. It's like trying to drive a car on fumes. Eventually, you'll stall out. Your cognitive function slows down, your creativity wanes, and even your mood takes a hit. The result? You feel drained, unproductive, and stuck in a mental fog. But the good news? You don't need to become a gym fanatic to reverse this. Even small bursts of movement can have a profound impact on your brain power. Studies show that just standing up and moving for 5 minutes every hour can improve your focus, creativity, and energy levels. It's all about getting that blood pumping again. Simple things like standing up to stretch, taking a short walk around the room, or doing a few quick exercises can give your brain the reset it needs. And it's not just about mental sharpness. Movement can also reduce stress and anxiety. When you move, your body releases endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that boost your mood and combat feelings of stress. So the next time you're stuck in a rut or feeling mentally drained, ask yourself, how much have I moved today? Chances are, your body's lack of movement is directly affecting your mind. Try incorporating short breaks of physical activity into your daily routine. Set a timer to remind yourself to stand up every hour. Walk around the house, do a few stretches, or even take a brisk 10-minute walk outside. It's not just about burning calories. It's about giving your brain the fuel it needs to function at its highest level. Imagine how much sharper, more focused, and energized you'll feel simply by prioritizing movement throughout the day. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about small, consistent actions that lead to lasting results. So how will you move today? Your body will feel better, and your brain power will soar. Get up, get moving, and watch how a few simple changes transform your productivity and mindset. Your brain will thank you. 4. Social isolation. In today's hyper-connected world, it's ironic how easy it is to become socially isolated. You can spend hours texting, emailing, or scrolling through social media without actually interacting with anyone face-to-face. But here's something most people overlook. Your brain needs real human connection to thrive. When you isolate yourself, you miss out on the mental stimulation that comes from engaging with others. Social interaction helps keep your brain sharp, strengthens your cognitive abilities, and even boosts your mood. Prolonged isolation, on the other hand, can lead to cognitive decline, anxiety, and depression. The solution? Make it a point to regularly connect with friends, family, or even new people. Whether it's a phone call, a coffee date, or joining a community group, these connections will keep your brain active and healthy. Ask yourself, how often am I really engaging with others in a meaningful way? Your brain is wired for connection. Don't deny it that. 5. Poor sleeping habits. Sleep is like food for your brain. Without enough of it, your brain starts to malfunction. If you're surviving on just 4 or 5 hours of sleep, you might think you're getting by, but you're not fooling anyone, least of all your brain. When you skimp on sleep, your memory suffers, your ability to focus weakens, and your mood deteriorates. The fix? Prioritize your sleep. Create a nighttime routine that helps you wind down. Turn off screens an hour before bed, read a book, or meditate. When you give your brain the rest it needs, you'll wake up sharper, more focused, and ready to take on the world. So what's stopping you from getting the sleep you deserve? It's time to take control of your nights so you can dominate your days. 6. Blasting your headphones on full volume. We all love cranking up the volume on our favorite tunes, especially when we're in the zone or need a quick mood boost. But here's the catch. Blasting your headphones at full volume is a fast track to hearing loss. And when your hearing declines, your brain has to work overtime to process sound, which can eventually lead to cognitive decline. So, how can you protect your hearing and your brain? Turn down the volume. You don't need to blast your music to enjoy it. In fact, when you protect your ears, you're protecting your brain's long-term health. Ask yourself, how loud is too loud? It's time to take care of your senses, because a healthy brain starts with healthy habits. 7. Consuming too much sugar. We all know sugar isn't great for our bodies, but did you know it's also bad for your brain? A diet high in sugar can cause inflammation, which affects your brain's ability to focus and process information. Over time, too much sugar can even increase your risk of cognitive decline and memory issues. So what's the solution? Cut back on processed sugars and replace them with brain-boosting foods like leafy greens, nuts, and fish. Your brain is like a high-performance engine. It runs best on clean, healthy fuel. Ask yourself, is my diet helping or hurting my brain? It's time to treat your brain like the powerhouse it is and fuel it with the right nutrients. 8. Too much screen time. We live in a digital age where we're constantly surrounded by screens, whether it's our phones, computers, or TVs. But here's the thing. Too much screen time is one of the worst habits for your brain. It strains your eyes, disrupts your sleep, and reduces your ability to focus on real-life tasks. But there's hope. You can set boundaries with your screen time. Take regular breaks, get outside, and make sure you're balancing digital activities with real-world experiences. Whether it's reading a book, going for a walk, or having an actual conversation, these simple changes will give your brain the break it desperately needs. Ask yourself, am I glued to my screens more than I should be? It's time to give your brain some breathing room and rediscover the power of real-world connections. And there you have it. 8 brain-killing habits you need to break now. These habits might seem small, but over time, they add up and can have a huge impact on your brain power. The good news? You have the power to change them starting today. So, here's my challenge to you. Which habit are you going to break first? Let me know in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to be our best. You've got one life, one brain. Take care of it, nurture it, and watch how unstoppable you become. Thank you for watching. Stay sharp, stay focused, and take care of yourselves. Until next time, keep growing, keep shining, and always take care of that brilliant mind of yours. Take care. If you've made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments. It shows you are part of the 1% that's improving every single day.